process. Whew.
Okay. So you got still a gestational sac in here and a yolk sac. It looks like a little baby forming
Oh.
at the bottom. And that heart rate right there, you see?
Really?
Right there.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna do some measurements real quick and we'll get out because I don't want to put a lot of stress and stuff.
Okay. Because I did have fibers removed, so I think my uterus, I'm scared for my uterus. Because they cut inside.
They cut inside?
Well, they did a myomectomy.
Mm.
So I was in there like...
So we'll measure this yolk sac and then we'll measure the crown rump down here.
Should it be bigger, the uterus part?
It's just a different view.
Oh.
I'll show you what your gestational sac looks like too.
A gestational sac,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's bigger in this
yeah,
view.
okay.
Yeah. It's just a different view. It's probably from your surgeries.
Mm-hmm.
It's just showing it like different sections probably are in front of another section, so that's why it kind of looks small. And just when we go introverted and then once we go
Like that.
yeah. So we gotta keep an eye on this little guy.
So is it like forming? It's already there? There's a heart rate and everything?
Yeah, there's a heartbeat, so we'll have to keep an eye on it right there.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you hear it?
We can't hear it until about 7 weeks.
Okay.
This, the sound is too strong for the
Okay.
little baby, yeah. I'm gonna print some pictures for you though.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. I can get some good ones. There's your yolk sac.
During this one, what are you supposed to be measuring?
So you're measuring appropriately. I think you're 6 weeks and 1 day from transfer.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm gonna print this picture too. That little heartbeat right there.
Oh, you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take this out,
Okay.
okay?
I'm mostly...
Hey you guys, so we just left the appointment. We got some good news because obviously I'm in a positive mood right now. Look at this little baby. Wait, hold on, you can see it better right there. It's growing. It's growing. Apparently she did all the measurements and stuff like that, and so technically, so when you go do ultrasounds, they measure and they do stuff, and then the computer system says, based off of these measurements, this is how old the fetus is, this is how far along the pregnancy is. And she did it, and they said you are exactly 6 weeks and 2 days, and that is what I am. The heartbeat was there, as you guys can see. You could barely see it, but use your imagination, okay? Because I saw it or whatever. This is a lot. She said that you can't hear the heartbeat until 7 weeks because I guess the probe and then something about the waves inside there. It could like do more harm than good. So we're gonna read up on that, right? Because I've been seeing women on the internet do 6 weeks and they do ultrasounds. Maybe it's just their machine, maybe they're using an older type of machine or whatever, but I think it's, so I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do a little research and see what they say about that. And so I'm so excited. I'm so excited. There's a fucking baby, and she called him a him. My friend already done said she done had a dream about somebody having a boy with some brown eyes. And the baby daddy got brown eyes too. So if it's a boy, y'all been thinking about some baby names too. I only have a few minutes to record and the battery's gonna die. I did not bring an extra battery. I don't know how I already done recorded 10 hours of footage. I don't remember. I had to have the camera recording for something and I don't remember. But anyways, because I only have 30 minutes left. I was thinking about some names and my friend just has it in my mind that this is going to be a boy. And so the name I was thinking was Malachi. And there's only one baby in here. Your girl's hoping like twins or something, you know what I'm saying? I should have been like, just go ahead and put all the embryos in me. So I could be one of them women with like 800 kids on the inside. I'm already losing my mind now. I'll lose my mind. Child, let me drink some water. I was thinking about the name Malachi. And I Googled it. And I guess Malachi is a religious, like a Bible name. And so I don't know why that name. The name Kai actually was the name K-A-I. Kai was the name. And I was like, Kai, that sounds like some other name. And I was just thinking, I was like, oh, Malachi. But I like the name Malachi. I always have. Thought that was a nice name. Didn't know it was a Bible name. So that's pretty cool. And Malachi isn't, there's only one way to spell it. But yeah, and then I could call, if it's a boy, I can call him Kai, right? But Kai, K-A-I, that's the spelling I want it to be. So, but I'm not gonna be up here being one of them ghetto people and changing Malachi to Mal, M-A-L-A-K-I-K-A-I. I mean, granted, Malachi is just with the C, but, yeah, so, let me see. Hey Siri, how do you spell Malachi?
Malachi. M-A-L-A-C-H-I.
It says Malachi, a book of the Bible belonging to a period before Ezra and Nahimi. So I like the name Malachi, and then I'm stealing somebody else's names. Faye. I like the name Faye. Lily, Lilac. I like the name Clover. That is just a name that I like. So Clover will be a name. I actually wanted to do all kind of plant names for the kids or whatever. I think that's pretty interesting. Anything named after a plant, flower, whatever kind of things that grow. Clover was the one. And that's for a boy. I actually know a girl named Clover. And that's cute or whatever, right? But I thought like more boyish because I don't know of any planty kind of things from the earth for a boy name, you know? I did put Cactus. Battery's gonna die. I like the name Grace for a girl. I really do. Blossom. I love that name. Yeah. And thus far, that's all the names. No other names or anything right now, but I'm really excited. I'm in Colorado Springs right now. I have to drive back to Denver. I'm going to be making calls today for finding a OB, a local OB, and things like that. So I have to take a lot of notes. I'm pulled over in this random parking lot because I'm about to clock in to work just to see if there's emails, because people send emails on the weekend. And they have the audacity to be mad. Positivity. But I do know for a fact that I'm going to, like, when my lease is over in my apartment, I'm moving back to Texas. I know that for a fact. I'm not staying in Colorado. And I think my job too, like, I kind of I'm starting to feel like I don't want to work here anymore. When I send them emails about important stuff, they have like a huge ass delay in responses. Every time I tell this lady, like, can you change my hours for like clocking in and stuff, she act like she never sees it. I sent her a text. She probably didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't respond. And then I get paid, like my paychecks be short because she never fixes it in time. She's like, oh, I can't fix it. The window's closed. Yeah, bitch. My time is over already. So my paychecks are always short, because, not always, because every now and then the checking in is weird. But yeah, they just, I don't know. The energy to stay is no longer there. Oh, I forgot to bring the meds. I made a list. Fuck, I forgot to bring the medication. Battery died. Yes, thank you so much.
It was perfect talking to you. I enjoyed our conversation.
I did too. I needed it. Thank you. You have a great day. Bye.
You too.
So, I just got off the phone with this beautiful spirit, this beautiful soul of a woman. She works for this company called Freedom Pharmacy. That's where I get my fertility meds. And, well, not like my pills and stuff. The pills and stuff I get from like the local Walmart or whatever. And this lady, the whole conversation, completely helpful. So crazy. I had to hang up because when I first called, it was like I couldn't hear her, so I ended up hanging up and called back. Same woman. The universe was like, you need to speak to her. Benji! Benji! Come here! Why are you in there crying? You don't even need to be in there. Come here. Come. Here, kitty. The cat's just whining. But, yeah, I was just telling her, like, I woke up sweating. She was like, you are going to have hot flashes. Make sure you sleep with no clothes on. If throughout the day you find yourself getting hot, just soak your feet in some water. Like, just beautiful. Telling me her pregnancy stories and things like that. And it was weird too, because she asked me did I want to hear it, you know, like I was like, yeah, girl, tell me, because some people will just start telling you their stuff like, girl, we talking about me, not you. But she there's just so much stuff that like you really don't hear from other women talking about how they spotted or had periods throughout their pregnancy. Granted, everyone's story and journey is so different. I'm in the bed, FYI. Everyone's story and journey is so different, but you don't hear that. You don't hear the bleeding. And I tell you that it's not just you're spotting and you're just gonna be like, oh, that is normal. I don't care how many times them nurses, them doctors, this lady, and everyone else tells me that is something normal. It's not about the color, it's about how much you're bleeding, and if you're discharging like clots and like stuff, you know, tissue and things, that's when you are caused to worry. I don't care how many times you tell me that. I am pregnant, and all these years you're pregnant, there's no period. Bleeding is sign for worry. And my mind, it just won't allow me to say, oh, I look at my panties and there's blood. It's just not gonna ever be like, as soon as I hit the bathroom door, like the light turns on, I turn the light on, and it's just the moment where I'm like, before I pull my pants down, my panties, I'm like, is it going to be blood on this? And then like when I'm peeing, I'm looking like, making sure there's nothing falling out of me. No one talks about that. Unless I'm just the only woman mentally unstable for this. But every time I go to wipe, it's like, okay, it's clear, or it's just regular tissue color after you wipe from peeing. And then also too, like, not feeling anything. And then I woke up today, my stomach was on flat. Why is that possible? Why is my stomach flat? Like, I'm Googling, when do your stomach start protruding in pregnancy? Hey Siri, like, Google this. It's, girl, stop listening to me. So yeah, we're gonna pull up. So I had to just put in like prescription for the progesterone and the wool because I have some still, but there's like, so FYI, hopefully I remember to say this in the separate video, but just talking about progesterone in the oil, that rubber stopper, because you're going to be injecting a needle in there constantly, over and over and over and over. And the plastic, the rubber stuff, little pieces, particles fall inside. So you need to, before, this is something you need to do, before you put the needle in, pull it up to the amount, I wish I had the stuff right now, pull it up to the amount that you need. So mine was like 1 milliliter or 1 ml. Pull it there, and once you stick it in, push the air inside the thing, right? And then retrieve what you need, because that way if plastic did get into the needle, it should shoot out, right? So just be very mindful of that. Be very mindful when you're looking inside the syringe that there's no little gray rubber pieces in there. Your body doesn't want anything that's not supposed to be in there. Okay? That is something very scary, because you're going to become so, this is routine, and you're going to become complacent, and your mind's going to skip over it. It was so weird because the other day, yesterday, I had to throw the whole thing out because a piece was inside the syringe. Well, the syringe, is that the needle part? Well, the syringe part, whatever. It was inside there, and thankfully I was looking, I was doing all of this, and I was like, wait, hold on. And so I had to throw the whole thing away. So now I just wasted a whole injection. And these people are saying I can't even get the medicine until Friday probably. And the other crazy thing, well, Wednesday. Today's Monday, when she said Wednesday. The other thing is I needed to order some more of the vaginal inserts. So, let me see. And she's telling me that the company had a recall. I said, recall? Because I am bleeding. Don't tell me anything is recalled. Because safety, right? She was like, I said, recalled? I didn't get a letter saying the meds was recalled. She said, calm down. She didn't say that, but, you know, the girl was like, calm down. And she was like, no, it was recalled because they can't make anymore. Because the ingredients that they need to make it, the company doesn't have it. So they're just putting like a recall on the meds. So they're trying to recall everything back so no woman can start using them. You know what I'm saying? And then she has to switch over to another kind. Because the kind she recommended was Prometrium. It's a vaginal, yeah. It's the same thing. It says you could use it orally or vaginally. It seems like it's a smaller tablet than the one, because they look really tiny. So, I mean, that could be better. But I don't know. I'm going to call my doctor first, because I told her to not put the meds in. So we're going to look at some lab results today. And we did, so for this clinic, they just do your P4 here on out. They do my P4 and my HCG. My P4, my progesterone was 25.3. Totally forgot how much your progesterone should be. But, oops. And the beta, oh, it didn't increase that much. Uh-oh. Hold on. Because I went to the clinic. I screenshotted this. On the 20th. So I went on the 20th and this is 4 days later. Oh, okay. So my HCG on the 20th was 28,395. Hold on. It's supposed to be doubling, right? Times 2. Okay. Is it supposed to be doubling? And then today, where is the thingy? Oh, it's 64,994. How much should your HCG increase during early pregnancy? Okay. In general, the HCG level will double every 2 to 3 days in early pregnancy. 85% of normal pregnancies will have the HCG level double every 72 hours. HCG levels peak at about 8 to 10 weeks of pregnancy and then decline, remaining at lower levels for the rest of the pregnancy. Okay. Okay. This is Advanced Fertility website. Center of Chicago. That's where I'm getting that information from. That seems about legitimate. Yeah. Mentally, Benjamin. You hear Benjamin. He just cries all the time. He cries more than me. Yeah, so I'm on the clock. I'm about to clock out. Call it a day. I'm extremely exhausted. I've been sleeping since I want to say like 12 o'clock. I think that's when I went to sleep. Child, I was in here knocked out. I wonder if I call somebody in LA. Yeah, since like 1:30. Child, I've been knocked out to 4:30. I'm tired. The lady told me, the nurse, she was just saying, "Hey, Benjamin." Share? Share? You gonna share? Where's your toy? Where is it? Huh? Where is your toy? Where's your toy? You gonna share? He has the toy and share. Benjamin is like, he knows it means we're gonna play, but he does not like to share the toy. Like, his goal is to take it from me and go hide it and then whine that I'm not playing with him anymore. Like, the cat is weird. The boy done fell off the closet today. Like, the bathroom has shelves. Literally, I'm like, I'm in the bathroom and I don't know, I didn't hear him or anything. Next thing you know, I hear the cat done fell from the top of the shit. How are you up there? He is a monkey. He loves climbing on stuff. So, but that's it. So yeah, did I say the progesterone, the vaginal, the endometrium tablets? Did I don't know. Yeah, I think I mentioned that already. So I can't have that right now. So I do have some more, the progesterone and oil and stuff. But I do know them vaginal tablets are irritating my vagina because I didn't put one in last night. No bleeding. I didn't put one in today. No bleeding. I know that I shouldn't be doing this, but yeah. So yeah, you guys, that's it. I'm so happy you guys are watching this crazy journey or whatever. This thing is, I think I've already mentioned this. It keeps the water cold. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. He's looking for this toy for his dear life. Usually I just hide it from him because he's low-key annoying with it. It's not even up here, Benji. So, yes, I'm sorry for all this moving around and things like this with this camera, but Benjamin is walking around because he's looking for the toy. That's it. I am going to go to an I am going to go into the office tomorrow, but I am going to leave early. I know the heat is taking a huge toll on me as well. So the lady I work for, her dog has cancer. So she's not going to really be in the office as much or whatever. And it's so crazy because about a month ago, maybe 2, her dog had got real sick. And she was like, in her mind, she said, oh, her dog has cancer. Like, that's what she was assuming. Because I don't know, maybe she Googled something. I didn't really ask. But she had to rush her dog to the doctors and stuff like that. And then all test results came back clear, apparently. And she was like, she was so scared. She thought it was cancer. And I don't know what happened recently. But all of a sudden, she was like, clear my calendar. I have to take my dog to the vet. And come to find out, her dog has cancer. So I don't know what kind of cancer or whatever, but ooh, scary. Because Blue had a seizure. He has seizures. Y'all seen it. Her dog has cancer and like, yeah. But I think Blue's seizures are really provoked from being in this dry climate. And as soon as we get far enough, and as soon as come to find out, my work insurance, I told you guys that I was gonna call my work insurance. Their baby stuff is just insane. So apparently, how they do it is, the moment you have the baby needs their own insurance, and you have 30 days to put them on your insurance to pay for everything after, from the day of birth or whatever. I'm gonna call again because the lady I was talking to was just telling me irrelevant shit about her story and her pregnancy. And I was just like, I don't know how to not be rude to this woman, because I'm like, damn girl, I'm calling about my insurance. What is covered and what is not. And honestly, I don't know. I probably am going to like call and tell them to replay that conversation and have her do some training or something, because the reality was I got no answers about my insurance. I was calling about coverage and things like that, and what am I paying out of pocket. And I told you guys that insurance, I gotta pay $40 every appointment. And then she was like, the labs are a different, it's a different, so every ultrasound I do, I have to pay another copay for that. So I pay a copay for the visit and a copay for the labs. That's another thing for the ultrasounds. And I'm like, that's every appointment. She didn't tell me how much that was. She didn't say anything. She didn't tell me if anything was pre-authorizations needed. She just started talking about a whole bunch of other stuff. And then I told her, I said, well, my pregnancy, they're telling me I'm gonna have to do cesarean section. That is something that is being pushed out there right now. And she was like, okay, You're not gonna need anesthesia and an anesthesiologist, so we're good on that. And I'm like, yes, you do. She was like, no, you're not. They're not gonna put you to sleep. I'm like, the person that administers the epidural. Let me just look this up because I could have sworn. What type of medical person administers the epidural? An anesthesiologist. The doctor who gives you epidural or spinal anesthesia is called an anesthesiologist. I knew that. And I told her, I said, no, an anesthesiologist is needed.